YouTube friends and families. Okay, so the Real ID, what do I really think it is? I've been asked this a couple times. I've only researched part of it, but I'll tell you my thoughts. Eventually, they want to have IDs in place that will be able to track where you are. They want to know things about you. I guarantee you, at some point in time, these IDs, no matter what, are gonna turn almost organic. Either they're gonna try to implant them in you. Here, just take this little Real ID microchip, put it in your finger, so that they can track you. They can tell what you've been eating and who you've been with, what you have or have not, your emotional state, and all that stuff. So just mark my words, one day you'll see it. But anyway, in the present, the Real ID is nothing but a glorified driver's license for which is meaning you're operating your motor vehicle, which we all know those two words have drive and motor vehicle have the distinct definition of being for profit and commerce, okay? Commercial use. But now they're saying how you apply for it and what you mark down in your application, you can now utilize it for domestic travel, okay? My thoughts are that they slowly want to keep people from getting their passports done because right now the true passport has the full capabilities of flying overseas, uses domestically, nationally, internationally, worldwide, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, but here's the thing. If you get the card, that's only used domestically and for cruises and then the territories. You can't go over the overseas with it. The book you can. I think that because so many people have been waking up, they want to curve people from utilizing the passport card and getting it to correct their status because you can't correct your status with that. It's a matter with the Real ID. As a matter of fact, what they're trying to do is they're trying to crunch down on people signing for their driver's license or Real ID with the UCC 1-308 all rights reserved. Because you're basically saying that, yes, I'm taking your benefit, but I'm not contracting with you. So I'm not held under all of your rules, regulations, and statutes. Okay, so they've been trying to deny people. Some people have still been getting away with it, others haven't. It's in the works. Beware, beware, beware. Okay, so it makes sense because right now that federal ID doesn't come with the capabilities of the passport, but I guarantee you this, they're going to try to get that done at some point in time. How they're going to do it, I don't know. I know they've been pushing to get Washington D.C. to be declared a state. There's a lot of things behind that. Just imagine that. Remember, right now they're only a territory owned by somebody's, and it's national security to try to find out exactly the direct person in persons by name and not the organization that hides in front of it. Which is okay. It's what it is. What it is. Hey, it's their things. Their whatever. If I want to stay private, I would stay private too. Um. So yeah, I think it's eventually that's going to be the move is to curve that because then people will be like, I don't need a passport. I can travel anywhere with my Real ID. It's good now to go anywhere. So don't be surprised if they're not pushing for this in the background. Because then people will be like, so what? You got an ID? I can travel with my Real ID. Your passport. That's only. I mean, that's so passe. Who gets a passport anyway? It's already combined in with the Real ID. Yeah, but you're not going to be able to proclaim your correct status for those people. And hey, for those people who are happy being, 14th Amendment federal U.S. citizens and paying taxes, federal taxes that are really optional because it says that on their website, but you assume you have to. but you contracted because you filled out the 1040, but you didn't know you could do a revocation of election, stuff like that. So anyway, I digress. So beware of that. As far as I know, I don't, because of how the laws that are already in place, they'll never truly be able to get rid of the passport. Um, and even if they try to eventually, let's say far, far down the line, try to combine them into one, they're still going to have to provide a remedy. So even if they do that, they're going to have to be careful because they have to provide that because the states have always said that you have to allow people to declare themselves properly under the republic if they want to so declare themselves, which is a U.S. national, which is your birthright, which is where the real power, money, and freedom under the original Constitution comes from. Okay? Because remember, if they're foreign to us, we're foreign to them, and that's a territory, even though they have our wordings, the United States, not of America, notice, not of the Republic, notice, then we are covertly being owned by, hypothetically, educationally, owned by whoever owns Washington, D.C. But remember, that's confidential information. At least we know who owns the Republic, right? Right? Or do we? Each state? It's in the heart of the peoples? Something like that. So anyway, do your homework. Stay woke. Stay healthy. And now I see that they're talking about you have to wear double masks because that's really their rule in statute or mandate in Washington, D.C. and for those satellite places. So, okay, here's my thing. I think God built the perfect, vessel. And to admit, I've had it out there. I've got my antibodies, so I'm good. But let's just say, well then, what was all that talk about, you don't need a mask at first. Then it was you need one mask. And then now you need two. So you were wrong from the beginning and you're just making things up as you go forward. Or more so, well, we weren't really sure, but now we're sure. We weren't really sure, but now we're really, really sure. I've gone and taken science courses. I've done worked at places where we do filtration, okay? You want to know what a virus doesn't get through? HEPA level filtration. And none of these things do that. And even if you do get a mask on that level, your eyes are still available for something to get into. Your ears, okay? Your hands when you touch your mouth. I mean, those are all your main entry points. All right? So these things don't completely filter. They still come up this way out of your mask and whatever else. So I'm just saying be woke, people. And remember, most of that stuff is based out of where your belief that you have to do it where you are, even though it's out of, D.C. Now, like I said before, if you do go to the store or whatever else, comply. Don't give them a hard time. Just put it on, take it off when you get home, do your thing. Anyway, be healthy, be smart, be wise. Check out the offers and the files, contact information, all that down below. I will talk to you guys later. More videos to make. Stay tuned. Same bat time, same bat channel.